word quality is often used these days when describing sneakers. And in the case of Air Jordans, when people talk about the quality of the shoe, what they're really only referring to is just how soft the leather is. But in reality, there's a wide variety of ways that we can measure quality. So today I'm here to review one of the highest quality Air Jordans in my collection to date, and that is the Air Jordan 4 Premium in the Ginger colorway. So the Ginger 4 is released on October 29th for a retail price of $400 USD or 500 Canadian dollars. And before we all freak out about the price, let me give you guys a breakdown of what makes this shoe so special, and then at the end of the review, you can let me know whether you think it's worth it or not. So the most obvious upgrade that Jordan Brand did for this shoe is using full grain leather for the entire upper. So where your typical Air Jordan 4 will have plastic wings, it'll have your mesh vents, and a foam midsole, for this shoe, it's entirely made of leather. So looking at the lateral side of the shoe, Jordan Brand used this super soft, high quality ginger colored leather for the upper. So as I mentioned before, these wings that are typically made up of plastic are now made up of that same soft leather material. And where your typical Jordan 4 will have this netting on the side, they've replaced that, and in its place is this perforated ginger colored leather. Looking closely at the tongue, again they've replaced that netting that we're used to on a Jordan 4, and now the entire tongue material starting from the base to the top is made up of leather. And that's accentuated with this square patch that's stitched onto the top of the tongue, and it's topped off with this Jumpman logo that's embossed directly onto the patch. Taking a look at the heel, again Jordan Brand has done away with your typical plastic heel counter that's found on your usual Jordan 4s, and in its place is 100% leather. And again we see another embossed Jumpman logo right here, as well as a full leather heel pull tab. Next, taking a look at the midsole, Jordan Brand has elevated your typical foam midsole by actually wrapping the entire midsole in the same ginger colored leather. So if you ever get a chance to get your hands on this shoe, definitely pay attention to the work done on the midsole, because in my opinion this is one of my favorite parts of this shoe, and it really sets this shoe apart from a quality standpoint. The Ginger 4s come laced with actual leather laces, but if you haven't noticed, with my pair I've actually replaced the laces with the secondary pair of laces that they provide. So these laces are flat waxed laces, and overall I just prefer the look of these laces on this shoe. On the back of the tongue, it features the words Air Jordan, and it's embossed directly into the actual leather. Another nice upgrade that Jordan Brand has provided for this shoe is this leather quilted insole. And in fact, the entire interior is made up of the same leather. So there is no cotton or synthetic material used. It's just full leather in the entire upper, both inside and out. Taking a look at the outsole, this is your typical Jordan 4 outsole, but in your gum yellow color. And it does feature hits of ginger on the forefoot as well as on the Jumpman logo featured here. One of the complaints I've been reading about online is the lack of extras that's provided with this shoe. While still called Air Jordan 4 Premium, the past 3 Jordan 4 Pinnacle releases came with some extras such as a special edition box, special paper, and a special dust bag. So for the same price tag and for technically the same official name, Air Jordan 4 Premium, so this shoe came in a all black Jordan 4 box. And in terms of extras, there was only the extra set of laces as well as this leather Jumpman Air hang tag, which in my opinion is still really cool, but I guess overall people felt like they didn't get the same value for their money that they paid for the other 3 Pinnacle releases. In terms of sizing, these fit the same to me as all the other remastered Jordan 4s. So my typical Nike size is 10.5, but for Jordans I almost always go down a half size to size 10. So I picked these up in a size 10, tried them on, and they fit perfect. So now that I've broken down the details of this shoe, here's a look at how they look on feet. end of the day, are these worth the full 500 Canadian dollars that they retail for? And the answer to that is, it's really up to you. If you're willing to pay the $290 or $300 or whatever the retail price will be on the Space Jam 11s in December, then in my opinion, the upgrade in quality between the Space Jams to this is justified in the price hike from the 300 to the 500. Another thing is, for a shoe like the Space Jam 11 or the White Cement 4s that came out earlier in 2016, these are all iconic colorways of famous silhouettes, and they're bound to release, and I would bet in the next 5 or 6 years we'll see another release of the White Cement 4s. We'll see another release of Space Jam 11s. But something like this, which is a Retro Plus colorway, I would bet that we're not going to see a release of this shoe for a very long time, if ever. So that's another thing to take into account. So let me know what you guys think of this shoe. Are you a fan of this colorway, or was it the high retail price that scared you away from picking these up? As always, be sure to follow me on my Instagram at SGO8, and I'll see you guys next time in my next review.